left me alone with the fucking warthog! It's okay. Everything is fine. I need therapy. Hi, welcome. Let's get straight to the point. My girlfriend and I are going to be surviving in Raft for 100 days. Goal 1 is to find all of the differently colored animals, meaning we're hunting shinies for this. Goal 2 is to make the raft as homey as possible, meaning house, kitchen, smelting area. You know what homey feels like. Goal 3 is to get to the final area of the game, the dome, before the end of the 100 days. And for bonus points, we're going to try and kill the super boss of this game, Mama Bear, before the end of the 100 days. If you end up enjoying this video, consider subscribing and leaving a comment. On day 1, we woke up on a 2x2 raft, which did not last long because we started expanding nearly immediately. The most important part of this game is to create a research table, which allows you to research all of the items and objects that you find and craft. Probably the funniest thing that happened on day 1 was that Vitz died to the shark, and because I am a genius, I forgot that scrap can make nails, which would allow me to make a bed. Need palm leaves and nails. No, we can't.
Alright, hopefully my stuff stays on here. My stuff didn't stay on here, did it?
No, it did not.
Please let me get this barrel. Let me have my dignity.
Fantastic start, Kefir. You are a genius. On day 2, Vitz got enough stuff to make a fishing rod, and the first thing she fished out was a shoe.
I got an old shoe.
Put it as decoration.
I did it.
She got very attached to that shoe. I do not know why. On the same day, we got onto our first island, and the first thing Vitz wanted was to get all the flowers. Not the wood, not the scrap under the water, but the flowers to make paint. We also made our first plot, meaning we're potato farmers now, just like the guy from The Martian. So many potatoes. On day 3, it was my turn to die to the shark, and Vitz got really excited for saving me.
I'm coming.
I have everything! Yes!
I got you. I got you. I did it.
You did
Yeah.
it. You did it.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah.
You did good. But then the shark wanted revenge and ate her shoe. He took your shoe.
Motherfucker! I'm gonna take his head.
And we also made some collection nets, meaning that we could start getting items passively and we didn't have to use our hooks. Boom. Our first... Oh.
Oh. Great minds think alike. Yeah.
On day 4, we ended up finding a pretty big island, and we ransacked it. Like, we took every single thing that wasn't nailed down. We also got our first taste of chicken. We're carnivores now. We're carnivores. We can never go back. On day 5, we just kept building. We managed to make a smelter, and then we started the moon. It was romantic.
And the best date. You could say I'm a master bait. I'll see myself out.
On day search, we researched and learned so much stuff based off metal. I was able to make a metal pokey stick. Yes, I'm calling it a pokey stick, that's more fun than a metal spear. And we killed our second shark with it. The second of many shark deaths. On day 7, we advanced as human beings. We managed to make an advanced water purifier, the advanced grill, a bottle, and a permanent anchor. But we still somehow didn't have a sail. We're on day 7 without a sail. That's supposed to be one of the first things you make. How do you get here without a sail? We are the stupidest people alive. We have exactly what we need to make tree plots, meaning that we could start making our own trees and not run out of wood. Why do we not do that? I don't fucking know. But at the end of the day, we found a huge island, so there goes our wood problem, until we have more wood problems. On day 9, we were so low on wood that we ended up having to sacrifice a part of the raft to get enough wood to make arrows, which led to me dying to the bird. We still managed to kill the bird, but I had to die to it. On day 10, there was nothing left of that island. Just like the previous time, if it wasn't tied down, it was ours.
I guess they're for looks.
There's a llama. From the wood, we managed to make a bigger chest, so we no longer had a storage issue, but we still had a wood issue. And Vix ended up disconnecting, came back, and accidentally multiplied some items. I better not hear anyone complain about that. Just say, oh, I guess Vix is a witch, because she made more items. I don't fucking know. Just go with it. On days 11 to 16, we started to get into a routine. Find a big island, raid the big island, kill everything on the island, and enjoy a meal. Oh yeah, and we finally made a sale. 14 days in! Why did it take us this long? And for a singular minute, we got smart, and we actually made a calendar, so we know exactly what day we're on. On day 17 to 20, we focused on expanding the raft upwards, because going upwards is a lot easier than going outwards, especially with living on a raft and all. Yeah, at some point I just wrote anxiety in my notes. I don't know what I was anxious about. Condensing days 21 to 25. We're gonna be able to stop eating charred meat because we made a cooking pot on day 22. Oh, we can actually make real meals! On day 23, we continued to expand the ship, but the real fun part was on day 24 and 25, where we managed to catch 2 llamas on one island, and one of them was a variant shiny. So that's 1 shiny down and only 4 to go. On day 26, we managed to get enough materials to create backpacks, meaning we had so much more space in our inventory. Going onto an island, we ended up turning a warthog into a pincushion. Those things take so many arrows. And then, probably the most perfect example of ADHD that Vix could have possibly shown, she got distracted while we were fighting another warthog, and I ended up dying to it, because she got distracted and left me alone. I'm at the top where you left me alone with the fucking warthog! You let me alone!
Look, in my defense, ADHD brain go burr.
You let me alone!
Did I just drop you?
Yes! After she managed to bring me back and revive me, I went off and found a chicken, and I called it Little Shit, because that was basically my nickname for Vids for the foreseeable night. Condensing days 28 to 34, yeah, not a lot happened on those days. We caught a goat on a different island, so now we were able to get milk, and we found a shiny goat along with it. So now that is 2 down and 4 shinies to go. And at around day 33, I finally built the signal tracker. So now we could actually start finding some important stuff. On day 35, we finally started to find some man-made stuff. We found a man-made tower that was partially underwater, but we can deal with that. After using my fantastic parkour skills, I got to the top and I managed to find a blueprint for a headlight and a new code for the signal tracker.
We had wood.
Did you just say we're out of wood?
Yeah.
I left her alone for 10 minutes. And in those 10 minutes, she used all of the wood. Jesus
Well, you left me unattended!
Jesus H. Christ! She used all of it. For not even 10 minutes. And you've already made a 3rd platform and connected the other 2. What the fuck?
You left me alone.
I need therapy. On day 36, we found a massive yacht. And the damn boat had so many rats. God, these fucks are ugly.
They're adorable. What are you talking about?
They're ugly. We spent the next 4 days just going through puzzles, trying to navigate the damn place. We did unnecessary parkour because we're dumbasses. We're just dumbasses like that. And then we built a bomb to open a door. When we had a crowbar, like early on in the first few minutes, we used a crowbar to open a door, which then was unusable. Why am I going on about a fucking crowbar? No, I know why I'm going on about a crowbar. Because it was dumb! It was dumb! Why do we need to build a bomb when we had a crowbar? Fuck! Games confuse me. At the end of all of that confusion, we managed to find the recipe for the engine and the steering wheel. We go fast now, boys! On day 41, we found another large island, but this island was very different from all the others. Nope. 1. The trees here were not obtainable. We could not cut down any of the trees on this island to get wood, while we were in a wood shortage. Why? The most important part of this island wasn't the wood, it wasn't the bears that we had to fight, it was the bees. Using a net, we can catch these bees, create a beehive, and then with the beehive, we can passively get honeycomb, which allows us to get honey. And honey, in the future, is going to be one of the most important resources because it will allow us to make biofuel. Meaning, we will no longer need to use wood for any engine, and all of the wood will be able to just go to building the place, as Vitz so heartily demands. She has used so much wood at this point. She's used so much. Not much happened on day 42 and 43 other than increasing our efficiency. At the end of day 43, however, we found the biggest island in the game.
Okay, yeah, they're on. We're moving.
Whoa! The home of Mama Bear. This place is so gigantic, we got lost multiple times trying to navigate for everything. And we ended up spending like 4 or 5 days here alone, just trying to navigate through the puzzles and trying to navigate the island. So this is going to be a fun few days. On day 44, we headed off onto the island, and we figured out that this island, as well, you cannot get wood from. I also learned the optimal way to defeat a bear. You just keep backing up because their animation is way too long to try to hit you.
Yeah, it has a really bad turn radius.
While exploring, we managed to find the biofuel refiner blueprint, meaning we now have the ability to create biofuel. We also learned that the way the island works, we need to activate 3 relay stations to finally get the code that we need. Luckily, Station 2 was pretty easy to get to because it was right after that vat of waste parkour moment where I had to be the best parkourer on the island. That best parkourer is not a word, Jeffer. Just move on. On the morning of day 45, I was heading to Relay Station 6, but that thing is hidden behind a wall of vines and can only be cut down by the machete, which we hadn't found yet, so I started going all the way back to Relay Station 4. Luckily, I am the smartest man alive, and I was able to figure out that stones can be used to take down bridges, apparently. I don't know how the fuck this works. Oh, I did it! But after activating the 4th station, I found the fuel pipe blueprints, meaning we can start automating putting biofuel into our engines. While I was doing that, Vitz somehow managed to get the machete blueprint and created the machetes.
How do I have a machete in my hand now?
Wait, what? What the fuck?
Let's go!
How do you keep doing these things?
So, on day 46, we're going to be heading to Relay Station 6. But unfortunately, we got so lost on the island that we ended up having to go find our raft. We're the only people left on this planet. We're gonna die. How have we not died yet? I am confused. On day 46, we officially transformed into advanced human beings. Because I spent a little bit of the day figuring out and building the biofuel refiner. Meaning we can now start putting biofuel into the engines automatically. Once that was done, I headed towards Relay Station 6 to finally get behind that wall of vines.
Want to come back?
No.
You don't want to come back to see me?
I've been gone 10 minutes.
But I miss you.
I've been gone 10 minutes.
But I miss you.
Needy bitch.
Yeah.
Inside Relay Station 6, I found the blueprint for the fuel tank, meaning we can start storing biofuel. And with Relay Station 6 turned on, we finally got the code for Mama Bear Island. On day 47, we decided to relax after our excruciating adventure on Mama Bear Island, and while fishing, Vix found the shoe again. It was put into the relaxation room, as it rightfully deserves. On day 48, we found a shipwreck that had a captain's hat in it. I promptly claimed it and declared myself captain.
That
Yeah! On days 49 and 50, I was mostly working on the pipes for the biofuel, while Viz continued to build the raft. We needed dirt on day 51, so we went all the way back to Mama Bear Island to get ourselves the dirt that we needed, and we spent the rest of the day building and gathering. On day 52, we found Junkyard Island, and we stayed here dealing with the puzzles and everything about that island until around day 56. To start, this island is massive. We can't get any wood here for the most part, but we can get food, we can get scrap, we can get metal. There's so much stuff. But then we basically had to deal with a mini-boss, having to deal with a white bird, which was smaller, faster, and had a little bit more health than the regular birds. I couldn't shoot that thing for shit. The major part of this island is that we need to get 3 zipline parts to create the zipline. The first zipline part was pretty easy to get. It was a simple puzzle right at the start, and Vitz shot through it. Then we split up. Vitz managed to find the second zipline part deep underwater. I ended up having to go because she's not really great at fighting pufferfish, and there were easily 5 or 6 or 7 different pufferfishes. After finding that second zipline part, we also found the infirmary key for the island, and we found a metal detector blueprint, meaning we can start finding treasure on the islands. Apparently I hated this white bird so much because I called it so many names in my script. Holy lord. To get the final zipline part, we had to use explosive powder to make a rocket explode. And that was a little underwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. From the explosion, we got a few things. We got the zipline part, we got Major Tom, and we got firework blueprints. With all 3 zipline parts, we headed back up towards the top of the island. We built the zipline, and we got the blueprint for the zipline and the zipline tool. This allowed us to be able to get to different parts of the island that we weren't able to get to before. And I had to fight, like, 3 pigs. The pigs, they only gave leather. These things were annoying.
for when you get back.
With the infirmary tree, I got access to the infirmary, which then gave me access to the mayor's building. Inside the mayor building, I was able to create the battery charger, and I got the mayor's hat and found a blueprint for engine controls. Engine controls basically means that I can turn all of the engines on or off from one point on the ship without having to worry at all about having to rush around to turn them all on or off. That ended up being such a time saver, and I fucking wish we had this before.
Hey, wait, look up. Look up.
Mm.
See me up. Go up to the third.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
To finalize, we found the final coordinates that would bring us to the dome. After we found the coordinates, we headed off. We realized that for some of the stuff we needed titanium, which is what the metal detector was for. One problem, I barely found any. But the game is sexist, because Vince found pretty much all the titanium that we have. I had a meltdown with that. There. We managed to get enough to finally make the engine controls. Meaning, my days of running around to turn the engines on and off manually were over! We also spent time creating the Pride Catcher. Yes, Vitz named it the Pride Catcher. It is amazing. So pretty much from days 57 to 67, that was our whole thing. Pride Catcher, titanium, metal detector, engine controls. On day 68, we found the dome. This is by far the largest landmass in the game. There's the bottom layer, which is a massive pipe maze. There's the top layer, which is the living area. And then there's all of the rooms in the skyscrapers. To even get inside this place, we needed to start on the bottom layer, the pipe maze. The pipe maze is completely overrun with a bunch of gigantic rats. We end up having to spend time finding generator parts to... You use generator parts to turn on a generator. I shouldn't have to explain this. When we turn on the generator, I ended up having to spend over 30 minutes just figuring out this crate puzzle, which was so unintuitive to do. Vitz ended up just walking away, going to make food or go to the bathroom, while I just spent the time here going through this entire thing. I even went through the process of getting us into the secret room to get us 5 pieces of titanium and another machete. After getting through this annoying-ass puzzle, we found the blueprint for a water pipe, which we ended up not using at all, so that didn't end up being all that useful. We also ended up flooding the underground. So, we are fucked.
Oh. Uh-oh.
After we flooded everything, we found the plantation, which had electrified water, meaning we had to do a lot of parkour to get through this area. We needed tape to be able to get through specific doors, and we ended up finding banana trees and strawberries. Banana trees ended up being such a large resource because for some reason, it gives the most amount of wood. At least that's what we experienced. Once we got out of the underground, we ended up in the big area, which had a whole bunch of robotic butlers that were going haywire and trying to attack us constantly. Defeating them gives us keycards that let us go into the upper reaches of the skyscrapers and the buildings. We decided to take a break for a little bit, and we managed to open the huge doors that led to the outside, meaning we could get onto our ship. We ended up spending about a day messing around with the fireworks and coloring them in. Yes, we had a little fireworks show for ourselves. It was really fun. And Vince got really excited.
It's okay. You're all perfectly fine. We will not steal your queens. Everything is fine. It's okay. Everything is fine. Hi. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get it. It's some private shit! It's okay, chicken. It's okay, please. Get out!
After that detour, I finally managed to get onto the middle tower. There were a lot of resources in the middle tower, but the biggest thing was we got a blueprint for large storage, which needed titanium. We ended up finding a piece of paper that gave us the code to the middle tower. Once we put it in, it blew up. 3. Yeah! What the fuck?
I think the top popped off.
Yep. Inside the blown up tower we ended up finding a blueprint for a water tank and an automatic water collector, along with a bunch of resources. Then we got to the end. Yeah, there was no more game after this. But we're on day 74. We still had 25 days to get through. We didn't know what we were going to do. Then we realized we hadn't beaten Mama Bear yet, and we hadn't gotten the 2 shiny chickens yet. So that was our goal. Go around a bunch of islands to try and find our shinies, and then on day 100, to kill Mama Bear. Condensing days 75 to 99 into just one small part, we continuously went around to island after island after island, getting resources and trying to find these damn chickens. We could not find a single shiny chicken on any of the islands that we went to. So, for the most part, we spent those days just preparing to fight Mama Bear. On day 99, before the big battle, we had a little fireworks show for ourselves. And yes, it was romantic. It was a romantic time. We're happy.
Fireworks.
Alright, you ready?
Yes. Look at that. Achievement unlocked, real fireworks. Look at that.
It was the final day. The day that we either killed Mama Bear or we died trying. For some reason, Mama Bear was still eating the berry jam that we had set up as a distraction last time.
I'm gonna go in and slam me. This is the dumbest thing I can do. You missed.
Shut up.
Why are you coming at me first? Fucking shit, that was 2 hits!
Gotcha.
You got me? My hero!
Alright, we're heading back. I shoot it once. It dies. Okay.
I did a spinny spin! Missing. Uh-oh. She's not chasing me, is she? We did it!
But our 100 days ended with us putting up our Mama Bear trophy up at the front of our raft. So if you made it to the end, fantastic news. Please leave your feedback in the comments. I will be reading every single comment that I can. We do hope to make a lot more of these kinds of videos. Currently, we're already working on the Caves and Cliffs update for Minecraft, so that more than likely is going to be the next video. So be prepared for 100 days in the Caves and Cliffs update. So, if you want to see more, you know what to do. See ya.